In this video, we will demonstrate how to set up or correct the focus of a traversing probe in order to ensure the edges of the web are properly detected. If this is your first time watching one of my SpecMetrix tutorial videos, then welcome. I am Jason Jelks, the Director of Software for Sensory Analytics, and it is my goal to make using SpecMetrix systems and software easier. To adjust focus, you will need an SAE 1/8" hex wrench or T-handle. If the UI is open, you will need to close it before shutting down the hardware service. If the hardware service is running, then click the green Hardware Connection Status tile and then click Yes to the prompt to shut down the hardware service. To get started, we must first open the Sensory Configuration tool. If you are not familiar with the settings of this tool, then please follow the instructions of this video carefully, as making changes to the configuration can have drastic impact on the operation of the SpecMetrix systems or integrated systems. If you've been through the advanced configuration training at the Sensory Analytics corporate offices, then log in using the sysadmin credentials provided during that course. Otherwise, contact your local rep or support@specmetrix.com for assistance. Once the configuration tool is visible, select the Spectrometers tab. Select the first spectrometer which needs to be set up, click on the IT params, and uncheck the Auto IT checkbox. If the spectrometer type begins with ER, the maximum IT should be 2.0. For NIR and Viz, it can be 5.0. Close the IT params pop-up, then click File and Save. Do not close the configuration tool as we will need it after we have adjusted focus. Now click the Hardware Connection Status to initialize and start the hardware services. Once they have started, the tile will change to the color green and indicate running. You can now open the inline UI by clicking on the inline tile. Once the inline UI is open, select the appropriate line. Put that line into calibrate mode if it's not already. Then select any recipe and then click Start. Verify that the calibrate mode active is displayed. For this procedure, there should be nothing underneath the probe. The path should be clear for at least 12 inches, about 300 millimeters. This is also worth checking to make sure the probe is not pointed directly at another light source or an outside window where the sun could impact reflectance. Open a dedicated probe reflectance window by clicking the probe name to allow making adjustments easier to see from a distance. In some cases, you may need to use TeamViewer to remote into the system if the screen cannot be visible to you. Maximize the probe reflectance window to make it easier to see. Using the 1/8" SAE hex, slightly unscrew the probe focus adjustment and begin moving the adjustment away from the tip of the probe. As you adjust, you should see the reflectance percentage decreasing. The bars should turn green around 80 to 85%. However, you want to continue decreasing reflectance until you reach 65% for the EXR spectrometer types. Tighten up the hex once it's completed, and you're done. Now we need to reverse our steps to put the configuration back into the proper setting. First, close the inline UI. Then stop the hardware service. Answer yes to the prompt. If you did not close the configuration program earlier, you can press the Windows button and select from the toolbar, which hopefully you have it done just like I did and opened 2 different instances. Otherwise, just pick one of them, go back, click the Auto IT, close that window, and save again the configuration, and then you're ready to get started. You can start the hardware service and begin measuring. If you have some difficulty setting up your probe after you've done this focus, contact support@specmetrix.com for additional assistance. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please click on the subscribe button and see you in a future video.